right, let's talk about the Sha1-Hulud supply chain threat. First thing you need to get is that this isn't your typical CVE. You can't just slap a patch on it and call it a day. No, this is something different. This is malicious code that kicks off the very second you type npm install. And that's the scary part, right? Because it means one compromised package on just one developer's machine can suddenly turn into a full-blown organizational breach, spreading like a worm using stolen tokens. So this campaign didn't just pop up out of nowhere. It's actually evolved in these really clear phases. You had version 1, which was all about getting that initial foothold, compromising an NPM maintainer to get inside the door. Then came version 2, this huge escalation where they went for scale, really trying to hit high-value targets. But now we're at version 3, and this is a totally different beast. It's quieter, way more refined. It really feels like they're just testing, sharpening their tools for whatever's coming next. When you look at what changed between V2 and V3, it really tells a story. Yeah, sure, they renamed some files to get around basic block lists, but that's not the interesting part. The real kicker is what they took out and what they fixed. See, V2 was loud. It was all about a wide blast radius. It even had this aggressive dead man switch. V3, it's the complete opposite. They ditched that failsafe, they fixed the Windows publishing. What they're doing is optimizing for stealth and longevity. They want this thing to run quietly and reliably on as many systems as possible. They're playing the long game. Okay, so let's break down the V3 attack chain. It is just ruthlessly efficient. It all kicks off when that malicious install script runs. And where does it run? In the perfect spot. Developer machines, CI runners, basically anywhere the secrets live. Next, it starts harvesting, acting like a tool like TruffleHog to just hoover up any credential it can find. Then comes the pivot. This is the moment trust completely breaks. The malware exfiltrates those secrets to a repo the attackers control. And just like that, a local problem is now an organizational catastrophe, because from there, they use those stolen tokens to propagate and spread everywhere. So, the big question, right? Am I hit? How do you actually find this thing in your environment? Well, here's your checklist, the specific breadcrumbs to hunt for. First, check your dependencies for @vietmoney/react-big-calendar. On disk, you're looking for files named bun_installer.js or environment_source.js. In GitHub, watch out for repos popping up with the description, Goldox teachx, only happy girl. Keep an eye out for those oddly named leak files too. And in your CI logs, unexpected timeouts or seeing a bun executable out of nowhere, those are huge red flags. The bottom line here is simple. If you find even one of these on a machine that has access to valuable credentials, you have to assume you've been breached, period. All right, so what's the playbook here? Your response needs to hit 3 things. First up, contain. That means immediately rotate every single token and credential that could possibly have been touched, no exceptions. Second, prevent. Start enforcing lock files, pin your dependencies, and seriously lock down which packages get to run lifecycle scripts in your CI. And third, detect. You need to be watching your runner egress traffic and setting up alerts for weird behavior, like a secret scanner suddenly running in a build. Which brings me to the final and maybe most important takeaway. Everything about Sha1-Hulud 3.0 screams test run. You should treat that as a gift, a heads up.